enabled them to prevail and ensure that our democracy prevailed. As Chief Conte so eloquently said following the events of January 6th, after he'd been on the job just a few days, words that still resonate with me all these months later. This was neither a peaceful protest nor a pure exercise of First Amendment rights, rights that we fiercely protect. This was instead an assault on our democracy, and MPD officers held the line. I've learned throughout my career that in a crisis there is also an opportunity. And from the first days of this administration, we have focused on how to address the growing challenge presented by domestic terrorism. As soon as we came into office on January 20th, the President charged his national security team with initiating a comprehensive review of how the U.S. government deals with this threat, a threat not just to public safety and national security, but to democratic integrity. And the very notion that we as Americans set the standard in the world by resolving our differences peacefully and according to the law. This review led to our release in June of the first ever national strategy for countering domestic terrorism, and we're working hard to implement that strategy. Another immediate response to what you and your colleagues faced on January 6th has been an extensive effort to augment coordination of National Capital Region security. We have worked with law enforcement partners who contribute to security in this vital, complicated seat of our federal government to ensure that as we face these growing threats and challenges, our lines of communication and our mechanisms for collaboration are clear and strong, especially in a crisis. We're exercising all of this to make sure we are prepared for whatever may arise in the weeks and months and years to come. And on behalf of the administration, I especially want to thank Chief Carroll and Commander Glover for your leadership and partnership in building a stronger Washington. I emphasize this work that we've done on domestic terrorism and on National Capital Region security to convey to all of you what's really a simple point. We feel the same sense of urgency that you do to protect and defend our nation's capital, including all of the essential functions of our government that occur here. The task you face in securing this magnificent and complex city is an enormous one, but it's a task that you don't face alone. The White House, the administration, the federal government, we are your partners, and we're working alongside you to build on the strength you show in the line of duty, each day, every day, and all through the night. To be honest, it's a humbling experience for me to stand before you today, and all I can do is express my deep gratitude. Thank you for your service on January 6th, and thank you for all that you've done leading up to that day and every day thereafter to serve our great city and our nation. And it's now my honor to read a message to you from President Biden. October 18th, 2021. On January 6th, 2021, the capital of the United States of America, the citadel of our democracy, was stormed by a mob of violent extremists. Their attack on the sacred ritual in which we certify a fair and free election took lives, destroyed property, saddened our nation, and shocked the world. Our democracy withstood the existential threat that it faced that day. And for that, we owe a deep debt of gratitude to the heroic efforts of the women and men of the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, the United States Capitol Police, and other brave law enforcement officials. But that heroism came at a cost. Today we honor the 150 officers who were injured and the 5 officers who were lost in the attack's aftermath. Their bravery will never be forgotten. Earlier this year, I was proud to sign a law awarding the Congressional Gold Medal, Congress's highest expression of national appreciation, to those law enforcement officials who responded to the attack. The Metropolitan Police Department officers who put themselves in harm's way that day represent the best of our nation. You protected our Capitol and our Constitution. You saved lives and secured our democracy. I know that the experience continues to weigh heavily on many of you, both professionally and personally. Thank you for everything you did that day and for the strength and perseverance that you have shown in the days since. As president, I am committed to doing everything I can to continue supporting the women and men of law enforcement who protect us and to combat the hate and extremism that led to this violent and deadly assault. Jill and I continue to pray for your peace and safety. May God protect you and all those who serve watch over our democracy. President Joseph R. Biden, Jr. And I've given the letter to Chief Conte so that you can keep it here in your police headquarters. Thank you, and again, I'm grateful to be with you this evening.